The youth of today must be the kind of youth who demand space within the economic sector, who do not want just to be given positions where they are. We are tired of sugarcoating. You have a face that is brown, but the inside is not brown. You can lick the chocolate and lick the brown part, but when you get to the inside, you realize that it's not the brown. And that's what we have currently. We have a lot of big companies where you have black faces, but those companies are not owned by black people. They do not even contribute positively to the programs that address the social ills within the black people because they don't care. They just care about making profit. And they place people in our face who will be interested in driving the profit-making strategies for them. Recently I've been using Bolt for the past 10 months because I'm tired of driving. The other thing that worries me is the level of crime. What worries me, we've got the main e-hailing services, the same person that we're talking about, the Stellenbosch Mafia, they own quite a big chunk of the alternative. Not only do they own the big chunk of the alternative, they also own the big chunk of the normal taxi industry. And who uses the taxi in the main is black people. But these our associations negotiated with them. They get taxes at a very high rate. They cannot even repay. If you go to Midrand, you see the number of taxes that have been repossessed. If you look at our people, they have been beaten, they've been blacklisted because they could not afford to pay the taxes. But now you have the e-hailing services, which is a space that black people should actually be occupying. We have the same people now moving every space that we go to. I was talking to the commander to say in health, we are happy that we have NHI. But who's going to be the beneficiary of NHI as we speak? It's going to be white monopoly capital. Because this little day hospital that you see them building, they are not building because they are patients. They are not, if you go to all these day hospitals that are coming up, they are all empty. But they are clever. They are already planning for the future. They will know that when NHA gets implemented, patients are going to need to go to the hospital. They are going to leave township hospital and want to go to better resourced hospitals. And it is us who actually should have had a foresight to say, how do we position ourselves so that every government policy, not just NHI, we should position ourselves that in future, when the MK government comes into the play, we are able to position ourselves not only just to grab the opportunities, but to be able to support government. Because the same white monopoly capital, let's look at the donation that they make. They donate 15 million to the ANC, they donate 150 million to the DA. Yeah, the DA is a small party compared to the ANC. I'm just talking openly. They donate nothing to the MK. The donation they make to the black-run parties or to the majority black parties is not even half of what they make to the DA alone. You look at the parties that have come up, which are actually the branches. I want to call them the branches of the DA, the Rising Zanzi and all the other parties. Those parties, they actually get more donation than even the ANC. And yet they've got only 2 parliamentarians. They had nothing. That's because white monopoly capital has got power. Now they have power, but we give them power. We do not want to displace them. We need to start coming up with programs to displace them. We need to come up with programs to displace them. We need to support small and medium enterprises. We need to support corporates. We need to support the small black farmer. We need to support the spaza shop. But we need, as black people, to take over the issue of the spaza shop. We need to talk the truth. How is it that we have got people who come out of the country being able to afford? They come with nothing. But when they land here, they are able to go to Maravastad and be given stock for 15,000 or even 25,000. Because I researched the spaza concept. They get given 25,000 with nothing. And then there's a payment mechanism where every time when they go to buy, they just pay a portion until they're paid off. In 6 months, they are worth 100 or even 200,000 from nothing, because there are banks that are willing to fund them. How is it that the same people, as the beneficiaries and the owners of the land, the banks don't want to touch us? Those people are actually at flight risk. They cannot even be telling us that they've got their credit worthy. Because some of them have got illegal documents. They are a flight risk. They are a high risk in terms of financial analysis. But they get given money to start business. And yet we don't. We just get made to be consumers, and we get to be told that we are not credit worthy. When in fact there's no credit profiling when they want to give money to those people to run sponsors in the townships. Now, as you begin to displace those people in the manner that I've seen it happen in Naledi, Soweto, and everywhere, you must be able to replace them. But replace them, we need to go and knock at the doors, not of banks. We need to go to government. We need to go to DTI. Because even though the government can call itself whatever, but the money they use is our money. The mandate that they went there is the mandate of the black people. And as a result, we need to force them by whatever means. We need to force them to begin to fund black small medium enterprises, the black cooperative, the women-run organizations, the small farmers. They need to be forced to fund. And to say, when somebody starts a business, there's no need to credit profile the person. Just look at the business model and the business idea, the implementability of the program, and fund it if it's implementable. You can use whatever resources you have to capacitate and train the person and monitor the person. And that's what worries me. So I just thought before I could, I wanted to talk to fundraising, but I think I had the gist of all what you say. I think we're in agreement that we need to really. The other thing that I want to make an appeal, Commander, is our comrades who are well resourced. They are not, like you said, we must talk the truth. There are a lot of comrades who are up there, they are in parliament, they are in whatever positions, but they do not seem to want to sacrifice for MK. They are benefiting from the appointments that they get. Some of them have even benefited. Because we have issues with a lot of the commanders currently, who, truth be told, benefited immensely when Ubaba was the president. And they are now benefiting for the second time. But they do not want to contribute to MK. Actually, they are the ones who are running, they are not, I don't want to call them parallel structures. They are running confusions, the structures. When we come up with this program, they know that the programs that we have are going to enhance MK. They come with Umajaivan of programs so that they can create confusion. And that must be talked to. That must be talked to. We should not support those kind of things. If we love MK, we must die for MK. If we love MK, we need to give ourselves of MK and see MK grow. Because as you alluded, what happened on the 27th of May was a miracle. But then, are we going to allow the miracle baby to die? Because we cannot. And we should not allow people to suffocate the miracle baby. We need to protect the miracle baby and feed it and make sure it grows. It does not necessarily have to be for our benefit, but it's going to be for the benefit of the country. It's going to be for the bigger picture. It's going to be this. So that's what has got me worried. I heard what the Commander said. I think what we need is to start programs that are going to help us with fundraising. I had a look at a few of them, but the starting point would be for us to say we need to adopt at least one representative from each one to be on the sub-regional fundraising committee. Whether we're raising funds for the sub-region or we need to target, as you said, some wards will be less privileged than others. So it becomes a responsibility of the sub-region to identify the deficiencies within the sub-region in terms of fundraising and support and say, what is it that we can do? But then we need those commanders who are well resourced, we need those commanders who have benefited in political benefit to also plow back. We need them. They should be stop playing cat and mouse with us. They shouldn't. So they may think that they are protected for now, but we will remember them when the time comes. Yes, we'll remember the things that they are doing to us when the time comes. Yes. And it won't be nice. So that's my appeal. So I have a few things, but I'm going to, for starters, I'm going to request that the regions provide at least one person to the fundraising sub-regional committee, then we can take it from there. We've got a lot of things on the agenda. We've got gala dinners that are planning golf day, we're planning what we are alluded to students, athletics and recreational activities, where people do not have to buy tickets to access the event, but we can then put up stalls so that people, that's what the fundraising part will come from us putting up the stalls to sell cold drinks, whatever food, then that will help. As long as we can get people together to participate in whatever activities, then we just sell the food, and then we know, not just the food, the regalia, the merchandise, everything will be great. So we need to create a space where people can come in big numbers, and then we're able to sell the merchandise and the food, whatever, as part of fundraising. We need to organize gala dinners. We also need to